who else thinks that's disgusting? The gays. Nah, but shout out Meek, bro.
You can't say shout out Meek.
Yes, you can.
Like, you cannot.
Hey, no, we have to talk about that because that is my favorite formula. In scene 1,
That's why you made
that's
the
why
movie.
you made this movie. You sick. This is nasty. Yo, I say, how many you got? He say, he got 3. I only see 2 kids, so I feel like you're already lying to me. Because I only see two children. And then he say, I'm done after that. And I'm like, what you mean?
Kenneth and Brittany. He is allegedly a homosexual. And a lot of people were saying that. Like, he was giving them that energy. And then also, this is not alleged. This is definitely, like, true. Kenneth and Brittany had broken up before that scene that we saw of them breaking up. This podcast is sponsored by Graffiti Tax Services. For all your tax preparation needs, you can go to graffititax.com. We're going to put the link right here. It should be somewhere. And yeah, you can head to them for during tax season. And if you have any financial or tax preparation questions, head to Graffiti Tax Services. They're our new sponsor. Thank you to Graffiti Tax Preparation Services. That's it.
Nah, man, I was just mad, man. I was trying to get a haircut today, and like I had to work, you know, do my thing, and then after I got out of work, 6:45, I go straight to try to go get a haircut. Everybody closes at 7, so I'm sitting here wondering to myself, why, if working class people are the ones who need these haircuts, why are y'all open at the same time as when the other working class people are working? Like, where does this fit at? Because then you got the Saturday build up. So now when I do go on my day off or whenever that is, it's 25 people in front of me.
Yeah. So
we need a better system. It's not working. I would pay more for if it happened, you know, after 5. Mm-hmm. But come on,
that might be a solution. That might be a good solution. No, because staying open later, as someone who works in retail, don't like the sound of that. I don't care how inconvenienced you are.
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to inconvenience anybody else, but I'm just saying we got to work together. Because I even went to this one right down the street from where we at now. Closes at 9:30. I come there at 7. I'm thinking like, oh, they got to take me. So I asked, bruh, he got 2 little kids in the room. I say, how many you got? He say, he got 3. I only see 2 kids. So I feel like you're already lying to me. Because I only see two children. And then he say, I'm done after that. And I'm like, what you mean? It's not going to take you 2.5 hours to cut 3 children's hair. And you see, I'm not trying to get a full cut.
Definitely not.
I'm just trying to fade it up, brother. That's a 30-minute cut. You could have let me skip them little children. If we keeping it for real, I'd have tipped you more.
That's only a 30-minute cut? I mean, that's like...
At the long end.
Like, yeah. I feel like that would be like a 15-minute cut. I don't know nothing about men's haircuts.
I mean, if you're going to take your time with it, make sure you do a good job, then, yeah, I mean, 30 minutes would be appreciated. But you probably can get it done in 20.
Okay.
I mean, you're not going to get it done in no 15. I got to make sure, I got to get the blade, the little razor on there a little bit, so... But that was just my little rant I wanted to start off with because that just annoys me so much. Like, we got to get a better system going on. But let's start the show, man. All right.
Let's go.
We are now listening to Talk FNF TV. I'm your host, Rhetoric, and I'm with my lovely and amazing co-host, Miss Reality.
Hi, guys.
All right. So, man, we back in. We better get to these topics. We missed a lot, man. We missed
did.
Cam fight. Diddy was messing with Lil Rod, allegedly.
Man,
it was a lot that was going on.
Mill.
And then Meek Mill went off at
Meek Mill went off on what's his name? Top G.
He went off on the Top G too, but did you see what the other Andrew Schultz said at his stand-up?
Oh no, I didn't see what Andrew Schultz said.
Oh my goodness, Andrew Schultz.
Ooh, that was probably hilarious. Play it.
He was on this man is on stage when he does this too. So it's literally he was going out to do his set and he added this last minute.
I would add it too because
he knew this was gold.
Crazy.
He knew this was going to be comedic gold right here.
No, guys,
he's in Philadelphia. He says this.
I don't think Meek is gay. I do not think Meek is gay. But he is incredibly bad at proving he's straight. He is maybe the worst in history at doing that. When someone accuses you of being gay, you don't get on Twitter and go, I love pussy so much, it's so juicy and wet, it's my favorite thing to put my dick in. I just put my dick in oh, he thinks that's disgusting. And you know who else thinks that's disgusting? The gays. Nah, but shout out Meek, bro.
You can't say shout out
Yes,
Meek
you
after
can.
that. Like, you
Shout out
cannot.
Meek, man. He's done a lot of
Hey,
music.
no, we have to talk about that because that is my favorite formula. I love the kick your back in, then shout out to you formula. That's my favorite thing to do. I love to kick a nigga back in.
It is.
It's like, yo, bro, you suck. Everything about you is lame. You corny. But shout out to you, dog. You my nigga. Like, that's my favorite shit. That's the best formula ever. I
No
love
shade. Full shade, though.
that. Then, oh my goodness, I want to shall I read what Meek Mill responded to this?
Yes, you definitely should, because Meek Mill's responses are always comedy.
I hate reading Meek Mill's tweets because there's always a lot of bad grammar in there.
And you could tell he thinks he's eating that, but he just sounds uneducated.
And then it makes me feel like when I'm reading it, the audience hears it and they think, oh, well, this nigga can't read. And then that brings back trauma of people thinking that about me when I'm like, no, this nigga just can't spell. Let's see if I can find this. Because basically what he said, it may not have been on Twitter, but basically what he said was, this is the first time laughing that I'm gay. He was meant to say this is the first time he laughing at the allegations of him being gay. But he said it's the first time laughing at me, laughing about being gay. He said also
That's wild.
that he would swing it out.
What? What?
He did.
What do you mean, sir?
He said he would swing out. Hold on, I need to find the post so I can
Swing
make sure.
what out? What are you swinging out, Meek?
Oh my goodness, Meek Mills is hilarious when it comes to this. Hold on.
Meekafee.
Freak Mill. That was the running joke was Freak Mill. That was hilarious. Hold on, let me see if I can find this tweet real quick because I want to make sure I read it in its entirety. Oh, somebody had that screenshot of his response. Yes, found it.
No,
But say what you about to say.
Every time we bring up Meek Mill, the only thing I think about is that poolside, that in-pool picture of him with his thighs out wet with fries loose on them. Like, what?
Yeah, that was funny. I mean, I think about when he fell off the steps because of the ice.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That was when he was with Nicki Minaj too.
Meeky took a tumble.
So this is what he said. First time I laughed at being gay. ... But don't with me in real life. He said, don't with me in real life.
What does that mean?
I think he meant don't play with me in real life.
Oh.
I may swing, LOL. What are you going to swing, Meek?
He be drunk. Like, there's no way that you're sober tweeting these things and thinking that, like, you make sense.
No, it's clear that with the whole independent shtick that he's on, that it's like, bro can't afford no PR or nothing else. Like, he has to handle all marketing internally. Like, nobody, there's no third party. It's all straight Meek.
But you can run something through a, like, spell check, grammar check before you tweet it.
I don't think he got enough time for that.
He is stupid.
No, yeah, incredibly. Document it. I'm not even against you on that.
Like, Meek is just stupid because there's some type of common sense that you have to, like, make more sense than this. He never makes sense. Never.
I don't trust a man that dresses up as another man and goes to a party. So that's
He was twinning with Diddy.
So that's all. But we wasn't even about to start with this. Let's get into what we was about to start with. Love is Blind.
Oh, yeah. So the latest episode of Love is Blind came out today. So it's the episode where we see who gets married or not. There's only 2 couples that made it to the altar. So Amy and John, I think his name is, they're so cute, very unproblematic, super in love, which is why they're boring and I don't care about them. So let's move on to
This I want to confirm. That was the Latina girl and the dude who
with the, like, red hair.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're super cute. They were in love the whole time. Their relationship has been genuinely, like, healthy. The only little hiccup they had was, like, she wanted her dad's blessing, or they wouldn't get married, but he gave her their blessing, his blessing, so it was fine. So before we get to the weddings, Jimmy and Chelsea have a conversation, and he tells her that he doesn't even want to go to the altar because they've been having so many problems.
That was Megan Fox.
Yeah. they've been having so many problems, and she's like super insecure, and she doesn't think that he even likes her. And yeah, so I'm not surprised that Jimmy decided not to go to the altar with her. He was like, there's been too many problems. And then she keeps like sticking to one thing. She's like, oh, we had one problem. And he's like, no, we had like 5 or 6 problems. And then he lists them out. And then every time he lists them out, and she's like, that was the one thing. And he's like, no, I'm doing the list. Wait for the list. And she's not.
Keep it a beam, man. You seen what Shawty looked like, and you knew that you can end the game knowing you lost. Keep it a beam. She was right. She said you was going to see what she looked like, and you was not going to feel good about yourself anymore.
Yeah, but when he saw Jess, like, everything was genuinely, like, there wasn't anything like shady about it or anything like that.
That's how a player do it. Like, you see the loss, and then you just act accordingly. Like, as soon as he saw what she looked like, he already knew, oh, Shawty leash is way smaller than what she thought it was. She thought she was working with a whole foot. Shawty got a ruler. And it was just like that.
I guess, child. So, AD and Clay also made it to the altar. This was a hot ass mess, y'all. Like the hottest of messes. So they make it to the altar. Clay the whole time is like reassuring her how much he loves her, how he's like, thank you for changing me. Thank you for making me into the man that I am, and I'm ready for this, and blah, blah, blah. And then they get to the altar. She says yes. He says no, but that he still wants to be in a relationship with her. But he just like stresses the fact that he's not ready for marriage. If you weren't ready for marriage, why did you go on a show whose premise was literally to fall in love and marry somebody?
Am I allowed to answer that?
Go ahead.
He's a clout chaser.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
The girlies on TikTok were pointing out that he had a little vision board when they were doing their like home tours in one of the episodes, and he had like a little TikTok symbol like on his vision board somewhere, allegedly. So that might have been one of his goals, is to just like
this was a clout
gain
move.
a bigger following on social media. But like that's such a horrible way to do it, because you're messing with somebody's emotions. And AD was like really like into him. She was super in love with him, super delusional, because she was like shocked. She was like, I'm so confused. No, nobody in America was confused by Clay's answer, AD. Nobody in America was confused. The whole time the man was like, I don't know about marriage. I don't know if I can do marriage. I watched my daddy cheat. I don't know if I can not cheat on you. I'm afraid I'm going to cheat on you. I might cheat on you. And then you're surprised that, and you're confused as to why he didn't say yes at the altar. Like, girl.
My boy got a chat GDP Tyler Perry script in his head coming out. That's all that was. That's all that was he was spewing out.
That's literally what that was.
I'm just going to say this. We said it the first time when we thought about AD and what she kind of, looked in regards to what he wanted for himself. I think it's pretty clear that he didn't feel like she was going to be the kind of girl that was going to bring up his status. Because I feel like if he is a clout chaser,
he does seem like that kind.
He would marry her if she was the aesthetic that would push up his brain. And I think that's why he tried to do, like you just said, the whole, let me act like I'm down for real. Let me question it at the altar, but not break up with you in front of everybody.
He was like, oh, I'm going to go to therapy. I'm going to do the work that it takes to
to be Black man healing.
And then you know what I don't like? Every time he talks about when he sees her, because in his vows, he was like, oh, and I said to you that I needed to know what you look like before I married you, and then I saw you, and then I said I could work with that. What? I don't like that verbiage. Like, that's like the second time that he said that. I can work with that. No, like I rather you prefer that. Like, yes, not I can work with that.
That's why I read Mr. Clay like he was a book. Like, I seen his type. I know his type. Like, as a man, I've seen guys go about this, and I know how dudes act when they have a woman that they think is the aesthetic that they want for their future. And that's just not how he was acting at any point. was that. So it was a dead giveaway. I knew this was going to happen that way. I knew they were probably going to get this far because he wanted to be on the camera.
So I also want to mention, since we're on like how he feels about her physical appearance, she's walking up down the aisle up to him. She gets like close to him, and instead of being like, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful," he's like, "Okay, body." That's what he said to his fiance walking up to him like, down the aisle. "Okay, body." It's given.
What did I say?
He said you put that shit on.
What did I say?
We ran into each other's arms. You called me beautiful. You were like, "Oh my God." We were so happy. It was such a like genuine moment when we saw each other. Like I still think about that. We were like, your face lit up. And so did mine. I was like, "Oh my God, he's about to be my husband." Like we were so excited. That's not what I got from Clay at all.
Clay was not overjoyed.
No, he wasn't like in awe of her beauty. Like, this is about to be my wife. "Okay, body." Like, oh my God.
He hit her with a Megan Thee Stallion lyric.
Is that your gay bestie? Speaking of gay besties, let's take a quick sidetrack to Kenneth.
Oh, time to take some shots.
Kenneth and I forget her name.
Was it Beth?
No, there was nobody named Beth on.
I thought her name was Beth. She definitely gives a Beth.
Kenneth and the woman that he was
Was it
engaged
Amber?
to.
That wasn't Amber, right?
It might have been Amber.
Okay, it might have been Amber.
Kenneth Amber. Can you do a
I'll
Google
look
for
it
me
up,
real
yeah.
quick while I
Give
talk?
them the 411.
Thank you. So Kenneth, I saw some alleged tea on TikTok via Facebook, okay, in the trenches of the internet, that his cousin went on the Facebook and was like, "I don't know why Kenneth went on that. He is allegedly a homosexual."
Brittany.
Kenneth and Brittany. He is allegedly a homosexual. And a lot of people were saying that. Like, he was giving them that energy. And then also, this is not alleged. This is definitely, like, true. Kenneth and Brittany had broken up before that scene that we saw of them breaking up, which is why he was, like, so, like, indifferent about it. I feel like Kenneth would have probably been indifferent about it regardless. But that's why that scene was so, like, awkward, because they made them do it over on camera.
I'm going to be honest, man. I knew Buddy was a little squirrely because, again, big black guys, little black guys, in any shape or size. When a black man is around a white woman of that kind of not even say caliber, that kind of decency, they smile hard. Like, it's not even, it don't take a lot.
Yeah.
It don't take a lot. I'm sorry. It
takes less.
It's not that much that it take. You know what I'm saying? Like, the bar is not high. Niggas will start being when I didn't see the ear to ear grin at all, like at any point when they saw each other, I knew he wasn't that kind of, he was a squirrely brother, because that's like a black man kryptonite in a real way. I've seen a lot fall for it. So I'm just saying, like, you get a halfway decent.
Get your shit off.
I'm just saying, you get a halfway decent white woman, and then you usually expect a smile. I usually expect to see a brother of his shade to have the whitest smile after that. I do, and I didn't see it.
Yeah,
I didn't.
So allegedly, that's what's going on with Kenneth.
That's all right, Kenneth. Be free, man. You're middle school principal. You can be gay.
Before we
that's not you can be gay, right?
You can be gay.
Yeah, you can be gay at a middle school principal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna say anything.
Really quick before we get off Love is Blind, I want to go back to AD.
God's not gonna like it though. What? They're Christian. I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah, but I did not expect that at all. Jesus Christ. So, back to AD and Clay. After Clay says no, I think the series of events that happen with his parents is like so interesting. It's the most interesting thing that happened in that entire episode, because Clay's mother immediately goes to comfort AD and she apologizes and she's like, "You're beautiful." And then she talks to her ex-husband, which is Clay's father. And well, both of them talk to Clay. She's like, "You need to handle your shit." And he's like, "I'm proud of you. You handled that like a man." So then they speak to each other and she's like, "This is your fault," essentially. He carried all of the trauma that he had and all of the fears that he had, and this all came from him watching us. Him watching me stay while you cheated, you taking him on cheating trips, which Clay mentioned over and over and over again. And apparently his mom didn't know about this before now. Like, this is finally when Clay told his mom that, like, my father was taking me to cheat on you, like, with him. So she's like, this is your fault, and you need to go apologize, and you need to tell him that, like, that should not have been happening, so he can get closure on that, so he can stop taking this to his relationship, into his relationships, right? And then he does not take accountability at all. This man is 60 years old, and he's like, well, I didn't have a good role model as a dad. You're 75 years old, sir.
Rinse and repeat, baby. That's
Yo,
what you do.
Literally, that's what Clay did the same thing. His dad did the same thing. And then his dad is like, I didn't have a good role model, blah, 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 but you're right. And Clay needs to find a good woman like his mom because I found a good woman. And then she's like, yeah, you found me and didn't treat me right. Don't talk to me like that. And then dipped. Wow.
Hey,
Wowie,
man.
wow. That was my favorite part of the entire episode because it just goes to show their dynamic, and it explains Clay a little bit more. And I do think that Clay genuinely wants to eventually be in a long-term relationship. I think he does kind of crave that. But at the same time, like, there's this part of him that thinks that, like, he cannot do it because of, like, how he grew up watching his dad cheat.
Yeah, I mean, when niggas say all that,
And
it's just
watching
cap.
his mom be hurt and then stay.
I mean, niggas just say that it's all cap, man. Clay, you smart, man. You just not gonna put a ring on nothing. You just gonna be out here spinning the block, brother. Like, just out here go crazy, do your thing, cause it ain't in you, dog. It's okay.
Part of me thinks that Clay is going to be married within the next 2 years.
I mean, yeah, probably. It was probably gonna be Brittany. You're gonna be smiling ear to ear.
I think Clay is going to be married. Like, because when he was talking to AD, he was like, I learned so much and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go to therapy and I've grown so much. And she was like, I feel like you used me to grow.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those moves where you get the girl that's going to get you ready for the next girl.
So
Shout out to her, though, because she's necessary in life.
But when AD said in the first couple episodes that she's like a Captain Fix-A-Hoe, her own words, and then decided to be with Clay, I was like, you're falling into the same pattern of behaviors that you're used to doing, because that's what you're doing with this man. You're fixing him. And that's what you did. You fixed him for the next woman. Clay is probably going to not be a terrible husband to his next whoever. He's probably going to be in a great relationship, the next relationship he's in.
And you should take pride in that, AD. You did good. You
I just hope,
be prideful.
AD, go get you a rich white man.
He's going to be small.
It don't matter.
He probably can't pick you up.
I feel like she does strike me as someone who genuinely wouldn't want to be with a white man. She does give me that. Like, I feel like she's probably.
No, she would have went. If he looked like Clark Kent, like Buddy did, she would have been down. She would have been definitely down.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see if Matthew shows up to the reunion. He hasn't said much. He hasn't done like the podcasts or anything like that, like the Love is Blind podcast. There's this one white guy that does a podcast with all the like reality show people. Then they always go on. He hasn't done any of that. He's posted a couple things about like production and editing, but
He said he didn't want to be a star.
yeah, and it seems like that wasn't a tactic or anything. Like, he genuinely is not interested in being a star, and people probably just don't like him that much, and he was probably intrigued by the idea of going on Love is Blind, and it sucks that happened. Whatever happened,
He just wanted you to
say
leave with him.
something, sir. Explain what happened to us. I hope he shows up to the reunion.
He just wanted you to leave with him. I feel you. That would have been
He was like, I just want my woman, and I want to go.
That's all I would have been about too. That's all
Yeah.
I would have been on. All right. So we got any more to talk about that? Or are we good?
No, that's everybody that I care about.
Was everybody else? Did other people get married or
No, that was it.
It was only 4, right? It was only like 4 couples, right?
No, only 2 couples made it to the altar.
But I'm saying it was only 4 that they covered after it was like Kenneth and Brittany, the one that you said was all cool.
No, in the last episode, it was only the last two couples.
What about the white couple that remember that he had told her to do the boob touching and all that stuff? How did they break it? Oh, he was married, wasn't he?
Oh, apparently he was married. But I think he got like divorced maybe like 3 months before he went on Love Is Blind, something crazy like that.
So he wasn't in the mix.
But apparently he wasn't like legally still married when he went on Love Is Blind. But he had very recently been in a relationship, and then the child is her child, not his.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, man. So we got to get into this past Saturday Night Live.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably been one of the biggest ones in a long time. Even Shane, you know, when the comedian Shane, I forgot his last name, the one who did the little Chinese joke that got kicked off SNL, and he did this was bigger than his return. So Sydney Sweeney is taking America's heart by storm.
What has happened on SNL? Because I haven't really seen much about this. All I've seen is like, apparently she's a MAGA girl.
So that was where I was going to lead into. But, well, basically she had an okay performance. You know, she did the little Hooters girl routine. She had her boobs out at the end when she was doing the, you know, she didn't have them exposed, but she had the cleavage out. She was showing the girls. Yeah. She was getting busy. She was giving the boys what they wanted to see.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, it was like, again, the right was really coming to her, I would say, I'm not going to say her side, but they were basically prompting her up because they were saying wokeness is dead. That was the tweet that I kept seeing going around with her and her chest out. And I'm just so confused because are y'all conservatives or not? Because if y'all are conservatives, she's acting like wouldn't this be a trad thought behavior? I
don't know at this point. I don't know what y'all want.
It's confusing.
What's a trad thought? Like, I don't think she's acting like what would that?
We talked about that. Remember with Pearly Things, and she said the girl who was acting like she was a traditional woman, but really was trying to be enticing to men.
She's always just seemed like she wants to be enticing to men. Not like she doesn't give me like I want to be a traditional girl.
Yeah,
but I don't know her.
Those can kind of be one and the same, but I can just see with her not being cut. Like literally, it was folks who all on the right who do the whole AI nude thing where they take nude photos and put clothes on them. Like it was these guys praising her for having her breast out. It was so confusing. Like the conservatives make no sense in this conversation at all. And I was going.
Maybe because the boobs are on a blonde hair, blue-eyed girl.
But it was with the girl we was talking about. She was blonde hair and blue-eyed too, and she had a T-shirt on. Yeah, and niggas was mad. Well, crackers was mad. Like I don't understand this. Like I'm trying to understand y'all logic, and every time y'all just say whatever y'all want to say, and it don't no consistency. Like how are y'all? Like I can see why y'all are this stupid. Like, y'all want to vote for Trump. So, I mean, I can obviously see anybody who actively wants to vote for the man is an idiot. But you guys don't make any sense at all. And it's like, it's bleeding into so much. And, like, I still want to get into a little more about Sydney Sweeney because I think her rise is going to be really interesting. But I want to touch that point, what you said about her being a MAGA girly. It wasn't necessarily anything she said, but during her time when she was on Euphoria, her mom had a post that came out that was in support. And I remember that was a whole lot of stuff was going on with that, where it was like people were like, oh, what's going on? Or is she going to get canceled and all that, you know, all that other bull. But she never, from my thing, she only said, you know, my mom is my mom and that's it. Like, yeah, she never really took a side on anything when it came to that. So I think that's a reason why. And then also, like, I saw this one person talking about, like, how she's like the antithesis of Taylor Swift.
'Cause she's hot?
The only thing I could think of was the boob difference.
Yeah, like what would the
like
difference?
An A to a double D is like the only difference I seen in them.
Yeah,
because I don't see anything about Sydney Sweeney that gives this idea where she's like the sweetheart. I guess like if you're trying to do that Marilyn Monroe type thing, but even Marilyn Monroe she was with the Democrats. Kennedy was a Democrat, so
she does give me that vibe, that Marilyn vibe.
Like she would blow the president.
Yeah,
I can see it. Too bad we ain't got a young guy for it. Like I don't think she want to blow Trump.
No, nobody wants to blow Trump.
She might. What if she gives like Trump like a little smooch, like in a little photo op,
like a little,
like a grandpa kiss,
like a cheek kiss.
Yeah, like wouldn't that be sick?
Yeah, I would be.
You think she's gonna be okay? So
Because it would be sick because I know, like, he's hard in that picture.
you think he can still get it without pills?
Probably not.
He definitely has to get a pill to jump it up.
You know he's thinking disgusting thoughts, and I don't want that photo op.
I mean, he's gonna be doing nasty thoughts regardless. But
That's a nasty man.
what I wanted to ask too, just to kind of touch into that, do you think that she's on track to be the next Pamela Anderson? Because they are doing a new Baywatch, and I would not be surprised if she's the lead of it.
She gives me that, the like very bodacious blonde.
Yeah, I can see
There's
it.
nobody else that would give me that.
I think if she can get that role,
What's her name? Barbie.
but she's not top heavy like that.
No, she's not. She
She's
doesn't
very
give me
model.
bodacious. Yeah,
She's very model,
She's more
sleek.
fashion girl.
Yeah, I mean she's had her roles. Don't get me wrong. Harley Quinn was dope. So I mean I'm not gonna say that she can't act her ass off.
She definitely is more model-esque.
Yeah, she's more of a traditional physique in that regard.
Mm-hmm. Sydney's a little bit thicker.
Yeah. Sydney is the, no offense, the blonde bimbo look.
Yeah,
Like traditionally through and through.
yeah, and she has that naturally, which is crazy.
All right. So I saw a lot of people calling her mid. They were saying that she wasn't an attractive girl. I don't think that. I think she's actually on the higher when it comes to white women that's famous. She's on the higher end of attractive girls on that scale.
Let me look at her face, but
'Cause
I didn't agree with you. She's not mid.
I don't think she's mid, but I think she's very. I would say she's a pretty girl. I wouldn't put her in anything other than that. I wouldn't say she's stunning. She's not Angelina Jolie in her prime.
No, because Angelina was very striking. Like
Yeah.
her face was just like unlike any other.
So no, I would definitely say that. But did you see the white women who were coming out saying, like, asking people how old they look? And people were saying like 30 and 40 when they was like 22.
She has just a very like sorority girl pretty face.
Yeah.
Sydney.
But no, but I'm saying, did you see that tweet?
I
or the
did
post?
see that. So there were two girls that I saw.
Yeah, I saw one, two.
Yeah, there was the one girl with the glasses, and then everyone was like, "You look about 45, girl." And then there was the other blonde girl with all the filler
And she
and
had
Botox.
like the eyebrows were like latex and all that. Like,
yeah,
I think this kind of goes back to that point you were saying about how the girls have kind of, there's not a young girl look, a mid girl look, and an older. It's like everybody's trying to do the same thing.
mm-hmm.
And I think that's what's happening to these younger. Even with, she might be having some treatment on her face too as well.
She has filler and Botox.
That can definitely ruin it. But I also think it's this whole aesthetic that everybody's kind of following when it comes to that. I think that's one thing why she kind of sticks out, because she doesn't really follow that aesthetic.
Sydney?
Yeah.
No, she doesn't. She hasn't had any of the like buccal fat removal, making her face like super skinny and stuff like that. Like she still has like a plumpness, a youthful plumpness to her face.
It has a very, not, I wouldn't say lived look. Like, it's not like she's been out and about lived, but she has a common face that you would see, like, oh, that's a pretty girl.
Yeah.
If I was at the bar.
Yeah.
Like, that's what she has. Like, it's
You don't
approachable.
run into her a lot, but more than usual.
And she doesn't feel like she's unapproachable. And I
Yeah.
think that's why a lot of these white guys feel
It's
so
just the
comfortable with her.
titties that make her.
And the smile and, you know, all that. So, but we got to
So
talk.
you like her smile?
Let's talk about some racist podcasters. So this racist podcaster Elijah, I'm not even going to dignify his whole name. He tried to take our take. That was the real thing that was disrespectful. He tried to take our take.
Which take?
The one about us saying that Hollywood is trying to show us a lot of ugly people. And while we do agree with that, my nigga, you violated. You picked the wrong one. It's a whole bunch of ugly white people you could have picked. Don't touch our girl.
Nope.
That's a Bailey. Okay? Them
DDG
two.
was right.
He was. But we're going to get into that. I wanted to lead up into that. Stop. You always do that. You jump the gun. I think she wants to do it to take away my
I'm sorry.
my
I just
moxie.
be trying to get into the meat and potatoes.
We gotta set it up. So this clown ass nigga gonna put Haley on the screen, on his weak ass Summer Jam screen, to try to say she's not an attractive girl. Oh boy, why he do that? The internet went off.
Cause that's our baby.
But you know what? I'm gonna get decisive at the end. But first, we're gonna talk about just the onslaught and the attack that was on him. So DDG did go. He was the one who went the hardest, because people made note of the man's mother, Because he obviously, when niggas go crazy, folks go through your media, they see what's going on, and they saw that his mom had a chin that looked like it was cut up by a butcher, you know? But to come to find out, he says his mom had cancer and she died. Hey, my brother, I'm sorry. Niggas still rolling her up. She packed city.
Period.
That nigga DDG took a picture of her face and put it on his blunt. It was acting like he was smoking it.
He said, yo, dead ass mama. He said, yo, dead ass mama shoulda got a better doctor, that dumb bitch. What? As my nigga, that's how I need for you to come for me.
Always come about you like that?
Yup, period. Because if a nigga is coming at me crazy, just unwarranted, roll him up and smoke him. Period.
Or his dead mama?
Yup.
I
All his
appreciate
dead
it.
homies.
I appreciated the hate, and you know what? It was followed by a lot of black men were the ones who were leading the charge on this nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I even saw some people, some of the divestors, saying that they shouldn't have talked about his mom, that talking about his mom was going too far. Y'all was out here caping for this Caucasian fella. And I don't like it.
And Twitter made DDG take it down. They said he violated guidelines, but then left the white man's post calling his wife ugly. Well, his girlfriend ugly.
So there was somebody who went at him. His name was Lou Fax, and his @ name is Lou Fax IGB. He was somebody who, like, he took some shots at bruh when he first said this. And then he said that Elijah had DM'd him, and he said he was ready to apologize to the black community. He didn't say that exactly. He said, y'all remember when the Nets gave Kyrie Irving 6 requirements before he could return from suspension? I'm not in the business of telling other groups how to be offended. I disagree, but I understood. Since I don't believe in cancel culture, I believe the only way we can consider his apology is 6 things. Spend $500K at a black-owned business. Donate $100K to Miss America beauty pageant so you care about black beauty standards. Complete an anti-black American training. Meet with black reparation leaders. Donate and advocate for reparations on your platform once a month for 3 years. Pin a link into the Little Mermaid movie in your profile for at least a year. Public apology to Haley Bailey. Would you accept this as, for his apology then?
Hallie.
Hold on. Then he responded too. He said, I didn't apologize. I literally DM'd you back and said, I am expecting an apology from your community for getting the FBI involved with valid death threats coming after family members that support your community. And sometimes I cannot mention here due to other investigation.
Shut up. We smoking on your dead mom, bitch.
That's what I tweeted to him. I said, we still smoking on your mother. Be patient.
I love you. That's
love
my
you
husband.
That's what I tweeted to him too. Sucker ass nigga. Stupid ass white boy.
Fuck
That's what
you
you get.
and your dead ass mama.
And yeah, we smoking on both of y'all today, Elijah. Pack in the air, nigga. $500K. And get that shit to Miss Black Beauty. And you gotta buy the jet. And you gotta bring back the jet beauty of the week, nigga. Pussy ass nigga, man. All right, shout out DDG, man. Hey, maybe you might win some good graces with the black women now, DDG.
He did.
You think so?
He already has. I've seen so many tweets like, yes, I like DDG more now because of how he came. People have been liking him more now because he posted that video with his baby and with him crying, and he was like, he said his first word, and he was like, oh God, that was funny. So he's just being like a dad, and people are liking him more. He comes off as less of a bum.
He was never a bum. That's the crazy part. Like the
I
nigga
said comes off.
I know. I'm just saying that was just the crazy part. Like the nigga.
We know he was never a bum. He been making streaming money for years.
Nigga's been super successful doing what he's doing.
Yeah, he has been.
All right, man.
There's a reason that he was in the rooms to get near Hallie in the first place. You don't just get
I'm mad
near.
he had that girl around Blueface show. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You really should, though. Honestly, you should be
Her
ashamed
and
of your
Krishan
goddamn
should have
self.
never breathed the same air ever. I can't believe I said her name. Look what you made me do. I'm mad at you now. All right, you ready to kick your man back in?
Yeah.
This nigga just got out of the car, bro. You just want to shit on this nigga.
Because the way he got out of the car was just so crazy. Like, I don't know if y'all saw, but Shannon Sharp had a video, and he's promoting like Total Wine or something. I don't even know what he was saying in that video, because as soon as he hopped out that car with that bow leg, I said, why is Shannon Sharp walking like a bad bitch with good pussy? I said, am I the only one seeing this? Maybe I'm the only one seeing this. I was at work. I come back several hours later. It's a meme. I was like, okay, I'm not the only one that's seen it. But yo, that shit was hilarious. I was like, why did Shannon?
That's not how that was. That is not how it was.
Oh, it was so funny.
That man.
Nah, I want to.
Get your shit off. Get your shit off.
Nah, go ahead.
Get your shit off. No, I'm just get your shit off.
I just want to see it one more time.
That's so evil, young. Hey, Shannon, you my nigga, dog. Like, I went to school with your kids. We went to college together. They were some good folk. Like, don't let anything she say be like on me.
And then why was your shirt and your pants so tight?
Yeah, that is one thing. Has been his stilo for a minute. He liked the tight wear, but I just
he got out. He said,
"That was crazy." He hit the finger guns. Oh shit! See, that's the thing. They shouldn't have did like that. That's the problem. Is that he probably got too many people close to the vest handling his PR. They being lazy. It was no reason why they were supposed to show you getting out that truck. You supposed to have the truck pull up, next scene, your alcohol or something, then cut to you outside the truck. We ain't gotta see you get out of it.
There's a point where as a very muscular, like football-y build type of nigga, when
and
you
got
get
multiple hip surgeries.
And you get older, like if you still working out your chest, nigga, you just gonna carry it like titties. Why you carrying it like titties?
I was going.
He said.
I'm just gonna say, hey, Shannon, you know what I mean? Like I said, I know you was a hardworking NFL player, hardworking media man. Shout out to you. Shout out to the kids.
I know your pussy is fire.
Young. Young. I know. I said I went to school with his kids. Young, you gotta call this.
Your daddy got some fire pussy.
That's insane, yo. That is wild, yo. Hey, shout out to you, man. You see who we had on this this episode of Club Shay Shay?
Who?
Steve Stout. Shout out to
That's your man's.
Yeah, shout out to Steve Stout, man. Real. I haven't watched the episode yet, so I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna catch the episode. Shout out to Steve Stout though. That's big, man. Bro really showed me a lot, man. Like in the experience that I've seen, you know what I mean, and the information that I was able to acquire. So I appreciate it. It pushed me. Got a lot of drive. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing now. So yeah, shout out Big Steve, man. Real talk.
All righty.
All right. What's some more we gotta get into? I do want to kick Gilly back in. If
Go ahead, get on your soapbox.
If time permits. So Gilly, he just I've been giving him a lot of grace on this show because he lost his son.
Devastating.
It's been a lot of unfortunate things that's been going on, but I can't let this slide, man. This is disgusting and nasty work, bro. Like, I'm sorry, bro. The gloves got to come off here.
The youngins out there that's up and coming, man. You know, the realest shit I can tell you is, don't you believe in these niggas. You ain't gonna get no money with these niggas. They gonna call you up. They gonna tell you how good of a job you doing. They gonna tell you we need to work something out. We need to figure shit out. You're never gonna get money with the niggas. No, but they talk all that shit about the white man. The white man's gonna be the one that sock it to your motherfucking pocket. I know it's gonna be a bunch of angry niggas mad at me today. How you gonna say that? Because you niggas don't break bread.
Niggas.
I don't respect you niggas.
Very anti-black.
We really get back to the community. We really do everything we say we gonna do. You niggas don't break no bread with nobody. You niggas don't try to help other niggas get money, man. And I'm tired of acting like you do. All you niggas is fake as shit, man. Don't hate me, nigga. Hate the gang. Young.
I don't like how he framed that. He could have framed that differently because there was a different message in there.
Any way you're framing it, bro, at the end of the day, it's disgusting because to compare the two like they're one and the same, like a black CEO who is probably going to be on a company on the rise, who's trying to build something more than likely, and then you got a white CEO with an unlimited credit, stupid budget that they can do, pretty much in a staple in whatever brand or company that they're doing, or they've been a staple in a past brand. Like, it's just all disingenuous and disgusting, bro. Gilly, the only thing that's really been saving you is Wallow. Because honestly, Wallow is actually who he says he is. You, sir, are a clown and a fool.
Just because the white man can throw more money at you does not mean the white man values you as a partner, and does not mean he's going to do right by you.
And just because bands will make your nasty ass dance don't mean that shit is right. It is. It's disgusting, bro. Like, that shit is, like, when I think about what happened and just think about the kind of music that was being promoted from his side, it's like, are you really about change, or are you just saying words and you still pushing a negative energy and message in a subtle way? Because, like, that shouldn't have happened like that. Like, it wasn't no accident that what happened there. That was an attack. Like, somebody went after his son.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You know what I'm saying? This was a shooting. Like it wasn't like no accident, no misfire, no friendly fire. It was somebody went after him. And it's like, bro, you supposed to be leading the community away from that. Are you really? That becomes the question to ask. Because I see Gilly going on stage telling these rich fucks what they really need to hear. Saying, like, this don't change if y'all don't stop being selfish. Like, Gilly really went up there and said that to niggas. What are you going out and talking to the streets? I'm over here watching another video of Gilly talking about when he got arrested before he did his 20 years and stuff. And this nigga Wallow was talking about when he got arrested and did his 20 years.
Oh, so you were talking about Wallow this whole time?
No,
like
Gilly.
going up on stage and
telling. Wallow was the one who went on stage and did it. I said Wallow.
Okay, you were saying Gilly this whole time, baby.
I thought I said Wallow.
No, you were saying Gilly.
No, I could have sworn. Well, I'll go back and listen to it. But Wallow was the one who went on stage and said, hey, y'all boys need to give the money out, do all that. Gilly hasn't been any on that. Gilly has been promoting, if anything, adjacent street shit. Because if you listen to the music that, again, I don't want to say too much on it, but it's like, if you listen to the music his son was creating, it was not a positive brand of music. And it's like, if you letting that fly, you over there in his clips and stuff like that, promoting the music and what they talking about, like, how are you trying to, in your words, better in the community? Because it don't feel like it. It feels like you just trying to be like a fake pastor or fake activist. Like, you being not legitimate. Like, you didn't have to face the consequences like your mans did. So when your mans talk, he really out here got fear in his heart for these young niggas. He really care, and he don't want to see them in the system. And it's like with you, because you got to skate through and skip by. You just trying to get the money you thought you was owed for the music shit. And that's what it feel like. Mm-hmm. And I don't like that, man. Like, I'm not a big fan of their show. Like I said, I like Wallow a lot because Wallow keep it a bean. But Gilly, man, you're problematic as fuck. And that's just keeping it a bean, dog.
Wallow seems like the more mellow out of the two.
Nigga did 20 years. Like, yeah, that's going to do that to you.
Yeah.
20 years is going to change you.
But Gilly's done time, right?
I mean, not real time, not real
20
prison
years.
time. He ain't done prison time. He ain't done nothing in no prison.
Wallow don't look old enough to have done 20 years.
He did it when he was young. He was young.
Oh, poor baby.
He was a young boy when that happened.
Yeah. I didn't know. I'll look more into them.
Yeah, but nah, it's just
I look more into Wallow.
I just didn't like that. Like, for you to go out there and to say that, like, it's just disgusting. Because you just pushing a white agenda narrative, yo. It's not cool at all, bro. Mm-hmm. Not cool at all, man.
What we got next? Because there's one thing that I'm very excited to talk about.
All right, so let me just get into this Ryan Garcia stuff, because this was actually pretty. Shit was going.
What is happening with Ryan Garcia?
Okay, so you know who he is, right? He's a boxer.
Yes.
So he's got a fight coming up in April, I believe.
So he don't got CTE.
No, he got CTE. That nigga gone. That nigga gone. Okay, so this
started. How is he still fighting?
This started a few days ago. Because, you know, CTE, you can't find out till you dead anyway. But this started a few days ago. He does a space with him and Andrew Tate. It's like 16 minutes. He tells Andrew Tate they held him down. They made him watch children get raped. And he has all this proof and evidence. And he's going to expose it. And boom, nothing. We don't hear nothing else. So I'm thinking like, what the heck going on? I
What's
wake up.
happening?
I'm working all this stuff. Next thing I know, I see his timeline flooded. Like he keep putting a whole bunch of tweets out. He talking about crazy stuff. Next thing you know, he doing the spaces. It's 16K people in this shit and growing. It gets to about 18, almost 20K people in this space. I'm seeing how things work in this space. I'm seeing a whole bunch of meme pages in this space. Like I'm seeing them inside. I'm seeing Celebrity Speed was in there. Like it was so many people who was in this space listening to him talk about this Illuminati crap and all this other stuff, talking about he going to expose shit, and he talking about he almost a billionaire. He's investing in AI robot. It was so fugazi. He talking about he conjured up demons. Like this man was really off the deep end, and everybody on stage was enabling it.
I saw all of this stuff. I didn't watch any of the videos, but like it seemed like conspiracy shit that he was spewing. I saw that he was a boxer. I saw the context loosely of what he was saying, and I wrote it off as this nigga got CTE. Like I didn't take it seriously for a single millisecond.
Robert Downey Jr. had an amazing line in Tropic Thunder. You went full retard, son. You never go full retard.
Don't think you can say retard.
Well, why would you say it then?
Because I think it's funny if it's bleeps 3 times.
But no, this man really went full idiot. He went full off the rocker. And I'm talking about, he even put a video where he was talking in tongues. And this is when I knew. I'm going to play the video where he starts talking in tongues. You know who Don Lecrae is? Dom Lecrae?
No,
he's the black nigga who be on there spewing the Republican talking points and all that shit.
You know,
he put him on stage,
timelines.
and when this nigga went on stage, I have never seen a black man give a Hispanic man fellatio the way you did, sir, through spaces. You gave him a audio adventure. Like he was over there, like really enabling this trash that he was talking. And like I said, this dude is one of those little hotep niggas, all that other stuff. But like the shit was just so disgusting. Everybody on stage was like circle jerking. They took a turn, spitting on their hands and jacking them while he was up on stage, letting them say all this crazy shit. But then this nigga started speaking in tongues later on. He did a audio where he was speaking in tongues.
Not the hush.
Yes, he did that. He did that exact cadence. He did that exact cadence. Hold on, let me see if I can find this. Speaking in tongues. That is like, I don't know if y'all are familiar what that is. Like speaking in tongues is basically when the auntie at the black church have a, she get high and she start doing that crazy stuff. That is what's going on. That's basically what it is.
Don't worry. Those who are prophets know, those who are priests know, those who are evangelists know that speaking in tongues is real. But these things are happening.
I hate you.
Oh, she don't feel comfortable now. Now she feeling uneasy.
Oh my God, he's very unwell.
Yeah, that nigga's brain is mush. Like whatever's been going on, it's done up there.
His brain stem is holding on by a thread. It's just been
like
knocking back and forth.
It's like one brain fiber just sitting there, and it's just on for dear life.
That shit is about to just plop down.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I enjoy boxing and stuff, but then when you see this kind of stuff like this nigga just went full Kanye on our ass. Everything. Kanye didn't even speak in tongues. I know he's upset. I'm like, why did I not think of that?
During his Jesus stuff that he didn't speak in tongues.
At least once. You got to give us one.
Yeah.
Come on, yay. That's crazy. Yeah, well, he beat you to it. And it was slick a vibe, though. Like, that, I would turn that into a beat. If I were you, yay. Sample that. That'd be nuts. All right, so what'd you say you wanted to get into?
So, I hate Tubi. My husband loves Tubi for some reason.
Well, are you talking about what I was thinking about to get into?
Yes.
This wasn't Tubi, though.
It was on Amazon Prime.
It's not even on Tubi yet, so yeah.
But I feel it gives Tubi. It gives Tubi down. Like it gives Tubi tea. But
So let me just let the people know what we're talking about.
yeah.
So
Start.
the rapper that got shot in the Hill movie has been released on Amazon. I think it's still gonna be out on Tubi, but you know, Tubi be doing on weird releases. And we rented it for $1.99.
It was a waste of every cent.
Like this movie was like literally the epitome of the bad Tubi movie. It starts off with a pretty much soft porn scene. I think that's the only reason this movie happened was because the director wanted to get that girl naked. He probably couldn't do it with his work, with his game. So this was the only way he could get that girl naked.
She had terrible acting skills, so I'm sure that's the only reason that she was casted for this. I'm sorry, girl. You're gorgeous. The body is banging, but you're a horrible actress.
Yeah, so basically this was Raven the Stallion and Corey, was it still Lanes?
Yeah, Corey Gaines?
Corey Gaines is sick. But basically they were the surprise. And then, okay, so this is how you knew either two things. This is a cheap movie or they are some broke rappers because they was in like the Hotel 6 for this sex scene. Like
I don't know where they were for the sex scene.
That was not a luxury hotel room.
It definitely wasn't. Nothing was luxury about it.
Like you definitely felt like these were not top tier rappers in their craft at all. These motherfuckers was on the startup.
They couldn't even afford a white woman to be Kylie.
Yeah, they did have Miley. So let's just give a little synopsis like we do. So it says, starts off with a sex scene, with the latest sex scene that they have. They get the girl naked. Cool. Now you got your attention. Boom. You see that he wants to keep a secret between Raven, who knows what's going on, and what they call it, Chelsea?
Chelsea.
So the name is Kelsey.
Let's just say the real names.
Okay.
They give them like names that are like one character off, but we know exactly who they are in the story.
So yeah, it starts off they showing that Tori and Megan having a relationship. Boom, it goes on. It shows that then it goes to Megan with her and Kelsey showing their relationship in a way. And again, throughout this whole movie, you can tell there was no lines.
There wasn't. So after Megan and Tori, they have sex. She leaves. She's like, Kylie's having a get together at her house, so I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna call you after I get there and act like we wasn't together today and invite you, see if everybody's cool with it. She goes there, and then the first scene of them at Kylie's house, they're inside. It's supposed to be a pool party. There's no pool. There's
dry as fuck.
Everyone has bathing suits on, but there's zero pool in sight. And they get it's just a dark-skinned, thick-ass girl is Kylie, which I was confused about because I was like, when is Kylie gonna get here? And they get there and they're taking shots and stuff, and they're just like screaming at the table for a good like 4 minutes.
And it definitely sounds like the audio's coming directly from the camera. Like there's not a boom mic anywhere.
No.
So, and then they're talking over each other. It was almost like the director set the scene and said, hey, this is the gist of what's going on. Simulate how this conversation would go.
I am 78% sure that this film did not have a script.
Oh, no way.
They just had a loose situation. It was like, let's make this.
They took the New York Post or the LA Times and they just read off of that. Whatever they said the events happened, that was how they just framed each scene.
The woman who played Megan literally said after every fucking sentence. Like,
it was the worst.
That's what you said during the movie. You said that she was playing a caricature of Megan.
Yeah. She was yeah, I'll continue.
There was no dimension
at all.
It was just, I'm trying to shake my ass. I want to take shots. Like, that was literally it.
No motivation. Like, why did you even want to fuck this guy? Like, is he a good rapper? Is he anything? Like, what's going on here? Is your career on the up? What? Like, they just said things that was on the internet about these people and then just put it in the story.
And then all these niggas was very, very obviously from was it Detroit? Like the niggas that be like, you.
Oh, that's Baltimore, right?
Baltimore. They were obviously from Baltimore because the accents were very, very like not a Canadian nigga, not a girl from Houston, not two girls from Houston. Like All these niggas were Baltimore niggas. Period. Point blank. Period.
She's not lying. It was that's definitely how it was. And then they get into the scene where like people are leaving and coming back, and like she's dancing on, but because they even do like they had Kelsey go away to go to sleep for a little bit
Because she was drunk as shit.
Yeah, they even did the whole Megan making nachos.
They did that. That's that. She makes the nachos. Kelsey goes to sleep. They go outside.
Then they call Buddy.
Still no pool, by the way.
Oh, never. There was no pool at all. There was never a pool.
It actually looked like it was a very, very tiny balcony.
Yeah. They was in somebody's apartment, really. That's all this was.
It looked like a small balcony. So they go outside. Meg is like twerking on Tori and stuff. Well, she and then she gets mad at Tori for flirting with Kylie. Kelsey comes back out. It's just everything's a blur. You know, like y'all know the general story of like what happened.
They tried their best.
They really did. They didn't add anything to it at all.
And then they go to the scene where, you know, Tori and Megan try to piece it up. They get back into the car. He says something to Kelsey. That sparks the whole conversation again.
Mm-hmm.
They start shitting on him. He kicks him out the car. And then they go basically fade to black. You hear bullets everywhere.
Yeah.
And then we pretty much go into like the last acts of the movie, which is the police question him, her going on live saying that he shot her, and
him going on live saying that he knows his lawyer said not to say anything, but he needs to say something anyways. And then
pretty much the movie ends after that.
That's it.
Basically, they do one little scene where he tells the detective to leave, and then after that, it was just pretty much nothing else. No finality. Everybody just went about their life.
That's it.
Yo, you know this is the same dude who did the Carly Russell movie, right? You know that?
Yeah, because
that was way better.
First of all, way is a stretch.
No, that was way better
way
than
is
this.
A stretch, but also the
had a
titles
boom
gave
mic.
it away because it was like the girl who.
Yeah, there was the nurse who got out the car for a kid or something like that.
Yeah, dumbass shit.
Or got kidnapped or some shit like that.
The nurse who got kidnapped on the highway.
Yeah, that's what it was. That movie, like I said, compared to this, at least that movie had some decent little editing. Like they didn't even edit like none of the Megan Thee Stallion like clips or nothing in there. Nothing like from the real story. They at least did that with the Carly Russell.
Yeah.
So I mean,
well, they edited the news clips in.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they could have taken stuff from Megan's story.
They could have took stuff from what was going on. And like I said, y'all really took a step back with this one. I'm ashamed of y'all. This was just a glorified flick. You probably could have paid her $500 more.
Script
And y'all
zero.
Could have put this on Pornhub.
Mic work 0. Camera work 0. Acting skills 0. Casting 0. Across the board 0. That's the first 0 that we've given out we've
never given out any ratings. We never felt
we
the need to
don't-
rate
we
that
don't-
much.
We don't give out ratings, but like I feel like the vibe. The vibe is definitely this is the first 0. If we have given out ratings, this would undoubtedly be the worst movie that we've watched, and I'm so mad that we paid $1.99 for this. I kind of want to email Amazon. Ask for my money back.
I will say this. If you are ever wanting to show someone the epitome of a bad Tubi movie, this is a good one to go with.
Yeah. This is terrible.
Because at least Black Man Don't Cheat was better than with that.
Black Men Don't Cheat was way better. Yeah.
Way better.
It was bad, but it was better.
Yeah, good. That shit, this shit was just a disgusting Tubi movie that needed to never come out ever again. You know, one of the girls' name was Buffy the Beauty. You should be ashamed of yourself for stealing a legend's name like that.
Which one?
Kelsey, the girl who played Kelsey.
Okay.
Her name was Buffy the Beauty.
Mm.
That's bull. That's hate. You can't do that. You gotta find. There's a way more
Are
names
you
you
Buffy
can
the Body's daughter? Because that's the only way you could do that. If you're Buffy the Body's daughter.
Now the girl who was played Megan could have been Buffy the Body's daughter, but not this girl. Unless Buffy got a white man.
The girl who played Megan though, like the body was definitely.
Yeah, they knew who they was. I'm trying to tell you, the buddy wanted to hit that. The director wanted to hit that, and he probably couldn't, and this was the best way he could.
I can't find her.
I'm not. If I'm pretty sure the director. I wonder if we look it up. Was the director Tory Lanez, the dude who played Tory Lanez? Did he direct the movie?
I'll look it up while you.
Because he looks like the guy who was talking about the movie when everybody was saying they was mad at it that was coming out. He was saying that, he didn't give a fuck or whatever. He was just like, hey, the movie's still gonna come out. Because I don't. It was supposed to come out on Tubi, but it looks like they released it early on Amazon so they could get that money from. They got it from us. So it is what it is. The
director is Alvin Gray. The star is also Alvin Gray.
So yes, he wanted to. I told you he did this because he wanted to fuck the girl. He made this movie.
Alvin Gray is the guy who plays.
I told you. Oh, I told you. This is
Alvin Gray. We gonna tag Alvin in this because Alvin, you need to be arrested, my nigga. Like,
you are nasty,
nigga. Did you genuinely? Was there a script?
No, he wanted to put his head in her ass. What he did in scene 1.
That's why you made.
That's
the
why
movie.
you made this movie. You sick nigga. This nigga nasty. Yo, that's a sick. I called that shit.
Oh my god.
I didn't even check this. Like I just realized that he looked like the dude who I saw talking about it, and I know plenty of directors who do this. They cast a girl that they trying to sleep with into their movie. Like that's 101, director 101.
Yeah.
And you're nasty as fuck, nigga.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
That was crazy though. Don't watch that movie. It's a waste of your time. Not even for the shits and gigs. Like it's not good bad. It's bad. Don't watch it
At all.
All right, guys. So, as y'all know, I am a proud Haitian woman, born, partially raised. So, there's been a lot of political unrest in Haiti for a very long time since Jovenel was assassinated. For the past couple days, it's been very dangerous, and there's been a lot going on. So I just want to inform you guys about what's going on in Haiti, and I just want to give you the facts and the information, and you can do what you will with the information, but I feel like not everyone knows what's going on in Haiti. Really quick, Haiti is the first independent Black republic. We were colonized by the French in 1804. We fought very violently and won our independence back from the French. Ever since then, we have been being sabotaged. There's a very long history of coups and the U.S. trying to interrupt Haitians' politics, Haitian society, a bunch of stuff like that, and trying to intervene in things that they shouldn't have their hands in. So recently, the Haitian government declared a 72-hour state of emergency after armed gang members stormed two of the nation's biggest prisons. So one of them was in Port-au-Prince, the other one was in, I think, Okap or Labidi. So they freed more than 4,700 inmates. That includes just people who were convicted of like violent crimes and people who corrupt government officials. A lot of corrupt government officials are in Haitian jails because there's a lot of corruption going on in our government. So the prime minister, the gangs that have taken over the prisons have want the prime minister to step down. He was supposed to step down in February. After the president was assassinated, he was appointed to just like maintain things for a while, and there was supposed to be an election in February. Because of the gangs taking over gas stations, airports, hospitals, and this has been going on for months now, he's saying that, and they've pushed out past the cities into like the more rural areas in Haiti, which he's saying is more dangerous. So Haiti it's too dangerous to have an election right now, which is why he's not stepping down, and he has not stepped down. It is March, by the way. It It is literally March. He hasn't like not stepped down for that long. So he was in Puerto Rico when this happened. So the gang coordinated this attack. So there's what I want to mention are there's two like factions of the gangs, right? There's Guy Philippe and there's Jimmy Cherizé. So they're both former police officers and they're both like leaders of these factions. One of them is a gang, and then one of them that Guy Philippe is leading, you can't really call it a gang. So the prime minister was in the Dominican Republic and he wanted to land there, couldn't land there, right? So then he went to the United States. Currently, he's in the United States. The gangs in Haiti do not want him to come back. They just want him to step down. They have said that if he does not step down, then there will be civil war in Haiti and there will be a genocide. I know. So a little bit, when I was reading and I was doing research on this, most of the information is about Jimmy. So Jimmy is a former officer. He's a leader of the gang and he goes by BBQ. Everyone calls him BBQ, barbecue. So we're going to call him barbecue from now on. And then there's Guy Philippe and barbecue. So barbecue has a couple quotes. So he says that if Ariel Henry doesn't resign, and if the international community continues to support him, we'll be heading straight for civil war that will lead to genocide. Either Haiti becomes a paradise or a hell for us all. It's out of the question for a small group of rich people living in big hotels to decide the fate of people living in working class neighborhoods. That's what he said. Like,
just reporting the facts.
There's that doesn't sound like he has terrible intentions, but at the same time, like, there are dozens of innocent people dying in Haiti. Like, there's bodies on the streets, just laying on the streets. There's roads that are blocked off by burnt tires. They have burnt down police stations. They are burning down hospitals. This is not how you act when you want civil, like, good change. Like, I know that, like, we have a history of, like, using violence to as a means to gain freedom from our oppressors, and you might feel like you're being oppressed, but I don't know. I don't know what my opinion is, but innocent people shouldn't be dying. Innocent Haitian people, men, women, children, shouldn't be dying and shouldn't be afraid. And thousands upon thousands of Haitian people have been displaced and have moved out of the cities because of how violent it is in Port-au-Prince. And these are just Haitian citizens. So what is, I don't know what the goal is, genuinely, if this is the route that's being taken. I know that probably, like, as a people, we're fed up. We're fucking fed the fuck up with outside interference. Yes. Like, we don't need it. Like, we as a people, we can stand on our own. We can sell our rice, our sugar cane. We can stand strong on our own. We've proven that. But we have never gotten a chance to stand up on our own, stand on one leg, because we're always being knocked down. We're always being interfered with. And I know that it's fucking frustrating. And then it seems like he feels like the only way is by, I don't even know, but this is not the way. This is not the way. Innocent people are dying.
So question is there any notice on who's funding this?
No.
Because it just seems like this kind of attack has to be coordinated, no?
The U.S. has denied involvement.
But wouldn't they be with Buddy anyway, the prime minister, if that was their kind of conflict with him?
I'm glad you brought that up. So Guy Philippe actually historically has worked with the United States to destabilize Haiti.
So that's the gang that you just said?
That's one of the factions. So so Guy Philippe is one of the, he is also a former police officer. He was in America for a very long time. He did jail time while he was in America for drug trafficking and money laundering, and then he got extradited after 6 years of prison, I think, back to Haiti, and then now this is happening.
So with the prime minister that they're after, who was his affiliations within outside the country?
The prime ministers?
Yeah, the prime minister that they want to get out because of his allowing of the outside interactions.
So
who he fucked with?
I don't know. He was appointed.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
just randomly, but
that was after the assassination, right?
Yeah, but there wouldn't be like articles saying that like, oh, he fucked with the U.S. or anything like that. Like, there's not going to be information about that.
But it would say something like he let the U.S. do this, or he.
So it's assumed that he does mess with because he has asked the UN to step in and come to Haiti, and he has asked the UN to send an international police force to Haiti to get things under control. So, like, I feel like asking for help from the UN as a Haitian leader, like, we know who you kind of.
I mean, that's why it kind of seems where. Is it just something you think that the U.S. could allegedly be doing just to create conflict in the country, whereas we're funding two sides?
Maybe.
No, I'm just asking.
There's a lot of interest in Haiti. It's a mineral rich land, so people want to get their hands on it, and people have wanted to get their hands on it for a long time. But Haitian people are extremely resilient, so it's difficult.
Yeah, that's why I was just trying to see if there was maybe in the research where it's like he was supported by Russia or supported by China, you know what I'm saying, anything like that, where it can kind of give like to see where this kind of conflict is stemming from rather than just an internal conflict solely. Sometimes, it's outside conflicts that just proxy war essentially.
Yeah,
so.
A lot of the times in Haiti, like that's exactly what it is. Like there's weapons aren't made there; they're brought in. And then you have to like think about whose interest benefits Haiti being like completely in chaos and a bunch of violence happening there. Like people benefit from that.
No, I mean that happens everywhere. So
yeah,
it just sucks, man. Like I remember we were watching it this morning and it was just like it's looking like something out the Dark Knight when they were talking about this shit. Like it was, I thought Bane was in Haiti. It's
genuinely very sad because Haiti, the pearl of the Caribbean, it's this beautiful, lush island, mountains, beautiful water, gorgeous people, like, and we just want to be left alone. Like we literally just want to be left alone. We want people to stop like putting their hands in, like. Haiti used to fully produce its own rice. Now we import rice. We pay for our rice when we used to make our own rice.
I mean,
and Haitians don't even like the rice. They used to call American, like the rice that we eat now, they used to call it like grains of sand. Like it's not as good, but like it's literally like I feel like we've been brought to our knees. And as like a Haitian person in the diaspora, like it's disheartening and it's just sad, and we're gonna keep y'all updated.
No, for sure. I was gonna try to see if you could do a Bane accent in your language. What?
I don't even know what Bane sounds like to like do that.
It doesn't matter who we are. Only matters is our plan. Just say it. That'd have been kind of fun.
Oh my God! Goodbye.
Oh man, I just wanted to lighten up before we get into this next topic. So, and this will probably be something we can end it off. But are you familiar with Joy Taylor and Taylor Rooks, the Taylors?
Is Taylor Rooks a basketball player?
No, these women are both sports reporters.
Oh, okay. Taylor Rooks is the girl that you obsessed with.
Whoa, let's not go there. I'm a married man, first off.
You're a married man that's obsessed with Taylor Rooks.
I'm not obsessed with Taylor Rooks at all. I think I do think she's an attractive woman, but
You're
I think
literally obsessed with that woman.
no, it's not. I think she's attractive. I think y'all are a similar phenotype. But I do think she's an attractive woman. I just think a discussion should be had about her rise to success. That's all. And does that stem from the fact that she is a stunning lady?
That always helps.
I mean, in this field, when you're talking to men who are professional athletes, yes. When you get your rise comes from interviewing men, that means they gave you their time to sit down and talk with you. Like, something has to have a discussion. And the girl that she's on this podcast, they do a podcast together. They both, like I said, sports journalists. Joy Taylor, she's also a sister of Jason Taylor, who used to play for my Commanders at one point, and he's more famously known for being a player on the Miami Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
So they got a podcast together, and they're kind of like opening it up. It's called Too Personal, and it's the number 2 personal. And they kind of brought this up, and I thought it was interesting to see what your thoughts on it was, and we kind of talk about this before we finish.
I don't want to date a man that doesn't have any female friendships.
Bingo.
I don't want to date a man who only gets input from other men and who has all women in 2 categories: your mother or your aunties, or someone I want to sleep with. You have to have a broader spectrum on women and their value in your life if you're going to be with me.
Totally. Well, first off, only getting information and opinions from other men sounds terrifying.
Terrifying.
So I
sound
encourage
terrifying.
that to not be what anybody does ever, but you're totally right, because the more we keep talking about can you have friends of the opposite sex, the more I start feeling like everybody is like primal animals in a zoo. You literally cannot physically be around someone of the opposite sex without just like your clothes coming off. Like I don't
Crazy.
get it. I don't, and I would never have any relationship that I'm ever in. Like, I'm not going to tell my partner, you can't be around women, because if I feel like I have to tell you that, what does that say about what I think you're like when I'm not with you?
Mm-hmm.
That I can't trust you to be around women, that like platonically. I would say that says more about my choices and who I'm with, because I'm never going to feel like I have to control you or I have to monitor the friendships that you are in.
I don't want to date a man.
So what are your thoughts?
Personally, I agree with that 100%. I would like
No, you don't. Not 100%.
with our relationship, like, you don't have close female friendships that you've like introduced me to that like I've seen.
Well, I can go to
Oh, no.
reasons for that though, because I started out, most of my friendships were with women. When I was like high school, college, most of my
I
friendships
know
were
you
women.
had like all
It wasn't
female
all, but
room-
it was
you
all.
had he lived with like all women
Yeah, I
at one point
I
in
had no-
college that he
Mhm.
wasn't fucking. Wait, no,
I never slept with any of those women. Don't put that out there.
no, with that one girl.
Don't put that out there. I didn't do nothing with her. Never did anything with her.
Yeah, that bitch was wildin' though. I put my hands on you right now, bitch.
Why?
But that was one wild bitch. But the rest of like you've had platonic female
Yeah.
friendships and things of that nature.
I've had them in the past, but I've just realized as I've come older, as I've grown older with it, where I've seen where it's actually not as valuable as they're trying to make it perceived to be. Because again, you have situations where jealousy comes in, entitlement comes in, like, especially when you really are a good friend to people, or like you really are legitimate and the folks around them aren't legitimate to them. They expect things out of you that they would not expect out of their partners.
Uh-huh.
And it's, to me, it can be frustrating, and it can be a lot of just inconsistency and a lot of just entitlement with the friendship. So I can understand where it's like, that's not a red flag if that's not the case. It's a red flag if your behavior is shown to be of not good character and standard when you're around women and just women. But I don't think it's a requirement that you have just the friends, because like I said, like, chicks can be just as bad as dudes.
They can be.
Like, it's most of, like, I could go through a list of just BS that I went through with just having women friends. Like I said, from my early 18.
Give me the story that's like the all encompassing BS, like the biggest
And
BS.
you know which one you want me to say. There's only one you want me to say.
That bitch was wildin'. This bitch was like crawling into his bed when he had a girlfriend. Like, bitch, you deserve to be beat the fuck up. Tag this bitch. Tag her.
No, we're not doing that.
Tag her. He like his girlfriend should have beat you the fuck up, and you're lucky that she was pussy. Like, because if that was me in that situation, I would have put my hands on you, bitch. Like, I would have dragged you. I would have ripped every follicle of hair out your scalp. That's crazy.
So
that she didn't whoop your ass. Like, you're so lucky that you just got to be that flagrant of a dumb bitch.
But no, it can be crazy like that. So it's just I understand where cool. I get what they saying, but to me, I think it's just more so just your overall behavior. Because I don't take it necessary for me to have women friends or female friends or to
I
talk
would
to.
trust you though if you did.
I mean, I understand, but I mean, it's just I don't find it necessary and just where my growth is and where I'm going, because I just don't find a lot of women who are going to be into the mindset of in a way that would be suitable for me. Because at the end of the day, like the one thing I don't like about being around a whole bunch of women in a way is like that nagging will come out sometimes.
That's because he has a mother and a sister.
Just saying that it just comes out. It isn't just them. It's just when I'm out and about. When I used to be 18, 20 years old hanging out with these girls, that's what all would come to. And it'd be like, I'm sitting here, y'all got me doing X, Y, and Z like I'm y'all nigga, and I'm not getting nothing out of this. Y'all not even putting me on no bitches.
That's the difference between me and my male friends. I used to put my friends onto bitches.
That's to me, that was always rule number one. It's like, if I'm gonna be your male friend, is you got to put me on your homegirls.
Yeah,
you got to lie to
them. As a girl who had like an unusual amount of male friends, like that is one thing I did was I always put these niggas on to like anybody I could, like here.
That's the only way that the friendship can sustain. Like if you're not putting the niggas on them, nobody, like, what are we doing here?
I
like,
tried for y'all.
What are we doing?
I did.
Here?
And all these niggas, like, all these niggas would say that I tried at one point or another to get them some pussy. Every single one of them.
I will say though, I did get she did let me have one of my friends did let me have her car, so I could pick up another girl. So, but
yeah.
I think she was just it still was putting a little spite in her. I don't know. It felt like it. Felt like it was a little spite coming in. Because even that's what the girl said to me too. She was like, I don't know, she just seems a little too much. She did. She did.
She seems a little too.
It was funny too. It was funny because there was a moment. I remember one time we was chilling and she was like, "Oh, I just want us to be friends forever." I started laughing. I said, "No, we can't be friends forever." She said, "Why?" I said, "Because you're gonna want to have somebody with somebody real, and just like I'm gonna want to have somebody real, and nobody's gonna be ever comfortable with our friendship. Nobody would ever be the stuff that you do, the shit that you be saying and stuff."
The girl that was crawling into your bed?
Yeah,
I would have whooped her ass.
Like nobody would ever.
If you put a ring on my finger and you were still friends with that girl, I would have beat her fucking ass, bro. After what you told me she behaved like when you were in a relationship already, like I would not respect her as a woman. She would not be able to come around.
That's fair.
Like she's already showed her ass. If it was any of your other friends, like the one of your friends that I already met that you did the show with, super cool. You see her on a regular basis, kind of like that's fine. She ain't never did no crazy shit. Like
I'm trying to figure out who you talking about.
Quana.
Oh, Quan. Well, yeah.
Quan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like she's
She
cool.
was there.
Yeah. What do you mean I was there?
You were at the episode that she was there.
No, but y'all had a friendship before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I met her, but this is a woman that you had a friendship before. I met her. Y'all continue to have a friendship. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that bitch,
Quan. Her name was
I don't know.
Quan.
I don't know what the fuck her name is.
We don't need to say it.
I don't know what the fuck that bitch name is, but I hope somebody. I know you was a side bitch to several a nigga after that. I hope one of them niggas bitches put their hands on you. I hope somebody's girlfriend put their hands on you because I know you've been a side bitch to at least 5 more niggas after this one.
After this one is sick.
Because you was a side bitch.
But no, I'm gonna check out more Joe and Taylor's podcast. I'm definitely gonna check them out. I did say something.
I like that
You
content
like the show?
though.
Yeah, I think you would like them.
I feel like that's a good take. That's like something I haven't heard. That's a like refreshing topic.
No, they're pretty. Like I said, I think they're gonna be pretty good together.
Yeah.
I did say though when they had dropped the promo art that if it was this was a flick, I'd buy it twice. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I'm a nasty man.
You are. Like, I'm
Nasty.
over here talking about how I like these ladies' brands, and you like, I like these titties and bodies.
I'm sorry.
And I like their faces. I want to come on them.
I didn't say all that now. You took it to a far extreme. I was just trying to say that, you know what I'm saying? This was cool material.
Nah, I like I'm going to listen to that episode. It's rare that I come across podcasts that I like want to add to like my regular list. My regular list, let me tell you, Poor Minds, Don't Call Me White Girl, Crime Junkie. That's it. I don't listen to any other podcast regularly. Hours. That doesn't count though because I'm listening to myself. I know what's happening already. It's not like a surprise. So I don't count it as like but those are the only 3 that I consistently consume.
I listen to Joe Budden and Rory, but I consider that one podcast.
That's still
like,
one podcast.
I feel like that's just one podcast. It's just on 2 different
It's just
channels.
a spinoff.
Yeah.
It's like watching Game of Thrones and then watching House of the Dragon.
It's
Same
like,
shit.
It's like Joe Budden is girlfriends and then Rory Maul is the game. So it's just like that.
Yeah.
But then who else? Club Shay Shay and him and...
Do you watch Club Shay Shay consistently though, or do you just watch when there's a guest that you like?
I watch it. I don't watch that consistently, but I have been watching him and Chad Johnson, the Nightcap show.
They're funny.
Him and I like him and Gilbert Arenas.
And
that's the other people I watch. Gilbert Arenas the other show. I watch.
Chad and Shannon kind of seem like the uncle and nephew type podcast. I like their dynamic together.
Yeah, they're good. They're really good. And then, like I said, Gilbert Arenas is just as dynamic. Like, remember we talked about him with the Miko Grimes?
Oh yeah.
Situation?
Oh yeah, that is one you consume regularly.
But he
and then you watch the Persian Man regularly too.
Oh yeah, shout out Nick Wright.
Mm-hmm.
Persian Man is sick. I can't wait till we see him. Because I'm going to definitely tell him that you call him that all the time. The Persian Man. He's going to probably repeat that on his show too. It's fucking sick.
He just has a very Mediterranean face.
He does have that. He does. Even though I don't think he is, but he looks like he's Jewish too. So that's another thing. Persian Jewish is all like mixed in there somewhere with him.
Yeah,
but shout out Nick Wright.
Some type of Middle Eastern.
He's got black kids, so shout out to Nick Wright.
And you loving a black woman correctly, shout out to you.
All right. Is there anything else we need to get to?
Nah, that's it.
All right. Well, this is our first show at our new spot. Like I said, we're going to be playing with some different areas.
Let us know what you like better.
Yeah, do you like us on the couch? Let us know.
We'll probably do a poll after we do all the sets and ask y'all like which one y'all think is the most aesthetically pleasing.
So let us know. But I think we'll wrap it up here, man.
Yeah. Make sure you follow us on all those social media so you know when we put that poll up. So talk.fnf.tv on all of the platforms: Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
Also, we are going to be having a giveaway soon for $500 for when we get to YouTube for 500. So help us get there. We're going to clip this out, put it on all our socials, have the links in the bio. But once we get there, we'll pick a random subscriber from our YouTube, and we'll give you $500 when we reach 500 subscribers.
Yep.
Let's get it.
Apparently.
We out of here.
Bye, guys.